Hello and welcome to Yetsay Plays. Today I'm playing Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. I felt like it'd be a fun change of pace. I could do some versus battles, but what I've been trying to do is I've been trying to get 3 stars on 200cc on every course. I'm going to try to go through that today. This is my main racer. I choose Rosalina on the Flame Rider with roller wheels and super glide. Actually, hold on. Yeah, for 200cc, speed is kind of your enemy, so you want something a little more handling and traction. Oh, those look pretty good. Yeah, let's just stick with those ones. Alright, so I'm just going to go straight for it for the Mushroom Cup. Yeah, being a content creator, I just have like cords and wires sticking out everywhere. So like my controller's plugged into the wall because it's charging, and then I have the cords going to the capture card and out again. And then I have the cord connecting my mic to the recorder. And then I have 2 hard drives plugged into my computer right now because I'm trying to do something. Yeah, I found out that USB on the go is a thing, and I could just hook up my... Oh, jeez. Yeah, and I can just hook up my external hard drive to my phone and access it. The thing is, though, my hard drives were already formatted to be a Mac extended journal. So what I had to do was I had to reformat my drives to make them compatible with format on the go. And I'm like, alright, that's fine. I'll just transfer all of my things from the one hard drive to the other and format the drive and then transfer it back. I thought it'd be that easy. No, it's not that easy, because the problem is the on-the-go hard drive, there's a weird formatting issue where, oh geez, where I can't transfer files over larger than 4 gigabytes. And I have some movie files that are larger than 4 gigabytes. It seems like a really arbitrary limit to put on your format. I don't know. So I'm gonna try to find a solution around that. For now, I'm just having like TV shows which are well under 4 gigabytes and FLAC files. That's what I really wanted it for. I've spent the past couple of days like ripping all of my CDs to FLAC because I really do notice a difference. Like, it's not blaringly obvious. Like if you're just listening to music in your car or whatever, you can't really hear it. But when you have headphones on and you're like really paying attention to the details, you can hear it. MP3s or AACs, which is Apple's audio codec. It is really compressed, and it just feels like they're squeezing too much information into a small amount of space. Why did I... Okay. I guess I forgot how to do that. So having FLACs just frees up the music and allows it to be more open and spacious. Yeah, in 200cc, you really need to use your brake a lot more. I'm always careful. I'm always worried about coins because they kind of look like bananas to me. So I'm like, ah, banana. Nope, it's a coin. It's good. It's a good thing. Whew. This is the one I usually get stuck on. I don't know why. There's a part in there that gets me. Maybe it's because I keep getting shelled. So I saw online that this is a pretty common issue. And I'm thinking that a way to get around this... Oh. Okay, usually my strategy for that is to slow down so that the blue shell hits me and the person next to me. But that didn't work. Shy guy. Get out of there. Get out of first place. So yeah, there's some programs that you can get that can split MKV files. So instead of having one 4 GB file, you can have two 2 GB files. And I'm okay with splitting a movie in half. The DVD versions of Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar, and the Fellowship of the Ring that I have are both 2 DVDs. I love the moment that the Fellowship of the Ring splits into 2. It's because the Fellowship has just decided that Frodo is going to be the one to take the ring to Mordor. And everybody's like, yeah, let's do this, woo! And then Pippin and Merry are there, and Pippin just is like, yeah, this is awesome! Wait, so what are we doing? And then cut. And then it goes to the next part. It's such a good spot. It's a lot better than the Hobbit movie, though. We have the 3D versions of The Desolation of Smaug. And again, that's like a big movie to fit onto one Blu-ray disc. So they split it up into 2 parts. And the part where they split it at, the second disc starts when the dwarves, they're dwarves, right? Yeah, Hobbit dwarf. The dwarves of the mountain. Okay, so yeah, it cuts to the part where the dwarves are like coming out of the toilet, and it's just a really weird spot. Well, first of all, that's just a really weird part of the movie in general. I don't know, those movies, the Hobbit movies. I feel like they could have been 2 movies. Like, the beginning of the Battle of the 5 Armies should have been the end of the Desolation of Smaug. I'm kind of split on it, though, because I do love the moment where Bilbo is looking out over the mountain, and he's just, like, in shock and horror of what has just occurred. And he's just like, what have I done? And then cut. And I think that's a pretty cool way to end it. But then again, the beginning of the Battle of the 5 Armies just feels like the conclusion to the Desolation of Smaug. And it's like, okay, so we got that out of the way. Now we can start our movie. It's very disjunct. And actually, that moment where they shoot down Smaug and they find the chink in his armor to shoot the arrow, that is like a very specific moment that I remember from the old Hobbit cartoon when I was a kid. Like, I don't remember much from that movie, but I do remember, one thing I do absolutely remember was trying to find the spot in his armor. I don't know why. I just realized I've been getting first these last 3 races. I might be able to do this. Maybe... Ah, crap. Maybe talking and, like, trying to concentrate on holding a conversation. Well, it's a conversation, I'm just by myself. But, like, trying to create commentary is probably occupying my mind enough where I can just not think about the race and just do it. Ah, jeez. That being said, I'm doing horribly. This song reminds me of Jump On It. Jump on it, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. Doesn't it? Jump on it, jump on it, jump on it, jump on it. It sounds just like it. Yeah, I do like the Mario Kart songs. The one with the cows, I think it's Moo Moo Ranch. I love the song for that one. I forget if there's a version of that on here. It might just be for the Wii. Eventually, I plan on getting a composite to HDMI converter so that I can play Wii and GameCube games on here. I really want to get through Metroid Prime and Metroid Prime 2 before 4 comes out. That has been like the one game that I've been looking forward to forever. Because I'm a huge Metroid fan. Like even more so than Mario or Zelda. I absolutely adore Metroid. And it's kind of sad that it doesn't get as much love as any of the other. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, that was such a stupid mistake. Oh, why did I do that? Oh. Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna do this again in this video. I'm not even sure how much time it's been. You know, I can do one more pre. Pricks. The Grand Pricks. Oh, I would love to get like a 2-player thing going. So yeah, I'm just a huge fan of Metroid. And that teaser of just the music in space and then the Samus logo comes on, that is just enough to get me super excited for the game coming out. Like, just to know that they're working on it and that it will be out eventually is just so heartwarming to me. The first Metroid game, actually I got introduced to Metroid because my brother was playing Fusion on his Game Boy, and he got stuck on a spot, and he asked for my help. And admittedly, I remember the exact spot it was. It was in Sector 2, where you're transitioning from the main part of Sector 2 to the secondary part, where like all the jungle stuff is. And there's a spot, there's like a secret spot in the floor where you have to bomb. And there's no hint, there's no indication that you're supposed to do that there. It's just, hey, bomb things until you find it. So I do admit that is a really like bullcrap spot. But I figured it out. And I loved it. I kept playing it, and then eventually my mom got me my own copy for my birthday. After that, I got Metroid Zero Mission. Yeah, turning. My turning is terrible. Oh, jeez. Okay, I'm doing terrible. Yeah, and then next I got Metroid Zero Mission for my birthday. And I absolutely adore that game. That is one of my favorite games of all time. Like, what Mega Man X is to Aaron is what Metroid Zero Mission is to me. Like, I just love everything about it and think it's awesome. I do kind of wish that they make an HD version of it. Like, I want the mechanics to be the same. I want Samus to look the same and run the same and all that. I just want the graphics to not look like crappy Game Boy Advance graphics. Well, one thing about that is the project, another Metroid 2 project, AM2R. It seems like they borrowed a lot of the mechanics from Zero Mission. Like, just the fluidity of it, you know, how fast Samus runs and everything, it just feels so much like Zero Mission. Which I love because it's just an awesome game. Yeah, I'm kind of upset by what happened with AM2R. I was following the project almost since it started. It might have been out for a year, but not more than like the first couple of levels were out at the time. And I have played and followed the game as it came out periodically and got to watch it evolve and progress. And I am so proud with how it came out. But the day after it came out, Nintendo finally released a cease and desist on it. And I understand why they did that, because they had their own Metroid 2 remake coming out. But why wait until the project is finished to finally shut it down, you know? Like, that's so much work and effort just gone. Now, my theory is is that maybe they wanted to give them a day so that the people who did want to download it and play it could. You know, so it'd be like, hey, let them wait until they're finished and then take it down. So maybe that's what they're going for. Like, legally, they have to do it, but, you know, let's just have them have this. So that's the thing. The people who did download them, they can now share the game with other people. Like, I have the Windows version, but I hardly ever get on my Windows anymore, so I play the game on my Mac. And I had to find and download a Mac version of the game. Oh no. Okay, good. Bye-bye. Yeah, and AM2R and Samus Returns, I both like them for different reasons. Neither of them really capture the atmosphere and like the darkness of the original game on the Game Boy. Just because that was the limitation of the hardware. Like, being a Game Boy game and trying to be a horror game on this tiny little screen with very little graphics, it leaves a lot to the imagination, and that's really where the horror comes in. Horror plays a lot on, well, your imagination. So I feel like that's a problem with modern games, where it's just like, ooh, super detailed and trying to be really spooky. It's like, now there's no mystery, you know? And I'm probably... And if anybody listens to the G Club when that was coming out, they talked about that a lot. Like the differences... Was it the G Club or is it Tool Maker? The Game Maker's Toolkit, that's it. Yeah, I think it was the Game Maker's Toolkit that was talking about the atmosphere. Specifically, like near the end of the game. Because originally, you're gearing up to fight the final boss, the Queen Metroid. And there is no music. And there's hardly any enemies standing in your way. And that's because you're like diving really deep into the dark depths of it. And that's what makes it creepy. It's like, ooh, something big is happening. And I have to be ready for it. But in Samus Returns... the music is really upbeat. There's like a whole bunch of enemies that you have to fight through. And I don't really know how to explain it. It's just it doesn't have the same feeling. I think I have another theory of why that might be. Because it's pretty known that the Metroid series takes inspiration from the Alien movies. So if you have... So Metroid 2 was trying to be like Alien 2. But anything like AM2R or Samus Returns is trying to be like Metroid 2. That's the thing. It's in music, it's like they're just remastering the game and they're not remixing it. Like when you remix something, you go back to the original files. I mean, the original recordings and tapes, and mix it as if you're mixing it brand new again. That's what these game developers probably should do. But they're not. They're just remastering it. They're just taking what already exists and making it a little different to fit the current market. Yeah, so like when you see a remastered album come out, it usually doesn't sound that different, but they might change the compression or they might make it louder to have it compete with music that's coming out currently. Like I have so many different copies of 2112 by Rush and Close to the Edge by Yes. So like I have the original version. Well, okay. For 2112, I have the original record that came out. And I actually have a tape of it too, but the tape is so degraded I can't even play it. So I have the original record, the original CD that came out, and then I have the 1997 remasters. Oh, and I also have the 40th anniversary edition. So, between... Let's see here. Yeah, between the original and the 1997 remaster. The 1997 remaster is definitely a lot louder. But I mean, again, that could just be solved by, you know, turning up your volume a little bit. But the thing I noticed between the 1997 version and the 40th anniversary edition is the bass is a lot more clearer. It doesn't overpower the guitar or anything, but like I can pick it out a lot easier than another. I am doing terribly. That curve always messes me up. So yeah. I also have the original record of Moving Pictures and the 2015 vinyl of Moving Pictures. Oh my goodness. I do have the 1997 remaster, but the CD is so scratched and so screwed up I can't even play it anymore. Whenever I try to rip it, I just hear like the sounds like on the actual music. I am going to lose. Yep. Is it just me, or does this Rainbow Road feel very short? And I lost. Ah, it's always that last race. Alright, well, it was a good effort. Alright, well, I talked about Rush long enough. I think I can call this a video. Alright, well, I'll probably do some more of these, but for now, I'll switch over to another game. Wait, that's my star. I got... Oh, no credits. I don't want to watch credits. Get out of here. I didn't see how many stars I got. Zero stars? Oh, come on, that had to have been worth at least 1 star. Alright. Yeah, see, I still have a lot to go. I don't even know what happens if you get all stars. Okay. Well, thank you all for watching, and if you want to watch more of these, let me know in the comments below.